Okay, now let us try to understand what is Power Platform. So what exactly this one as an organization point of view, not as a developer point of view, because developer we will develop things, but as an organization, why we want to implement or why we will go for Power Platform. Now, by using Power Platform, we can build apps, we can automate our business processes, and then we can analyze our data, and also we can communicate with customers using virtual agents. Now, what exactly these things? Now, there are, as I said, there are even four components are there on this. So you can see Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent. Now, imagine in an organization there is certain business will be there. Now, for that business, the data is critical. You need to capture the data. So for that, you need to build an app, and then you need to let's say you need to send some email notification to them. So in those scenarios, we can use Power Automate to notify them. May not be always on notification, maybe for approval. Let's say you have a product where the price is this much, and for that you need an approval from your manager or something like that. So in those cases, we can use Power Automate for automating your business processes. Now, next thing is, once your data is there, then you can analyze your data. So you will be able to see what is my sales volume. So what is the weekly sales volume? What is the monthly sales volume? All this you can analyze by using Power BI. We'll shortly discuss everything. And the last one is about the Power Virtual Agent. What is this Power Virtual Agent? This will help you to create chatbot, and we can engage with the customers. You don't need to be always online, or you don't need to set up a customer service for that. What you can do is by you can simply create the chatbot, and it will handle the common questions for that. So we can use that virtual agent for that. One more major component is Microsoft DATAVERSE. So this is one of the major component in the entire Power Platform as well. So now let us see all these 5 elements one by one, what exactly these things and how it is fitting into our Power Platform. Now the next one is this is just a diagram that I have taken it from MSDN as well. Now understand this. On this, if you'll see here, these are the component: Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agent. Now on all these things, there are connectors are there. As I said, in every app or the services, you can connect with other services as well. So in this case, you can see there is AI Builder, there is DATAVERSE as well. So just to let you know here, now when we are saying that we will analyze our data or build apps, so all these things are not specific to a SharePoint product or a Microsoft product. In fact, there are many third-party vendors are there, or products are there, apps are there, which you can communicate with. Maybe we want to communicate with Twitter, we want to communicate with LinkedIn, Facebook, your Jira platform. Any kind of platform you take, there are more than 300 connectors are there which you can use in all these things. So in Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, everywhere we'll be able to see all the connectors. We are using more connectors to connect with any third-party services as well. So overall, the Power Platform is not specific to any particular Microsoft product. Now we can easily communicate with Office 365, Dynamic 365, Azure. These are Microsoft products that we can communicate with. Now you can see one more thing is here is AI Builder. This will help when we will try to create a AI builder or AI by using the virtual agent, or a chatbot we will create by using the AI Builder. So that time it will be more helpful on that. Now let us understand what is this DATAVERSE. So DATAVERSE, this is previously known as the Common Data Services for Apps. As the name suggests, this will be used by all your apps. So whether it is Power BI, Power Apps, or Power Automate, or Virtual Agent, you require data, and this DATAVERSE will allow us to store and manage data in the cloud itself, and that we can use in any of the business application. If you want to create an app, you can use that. You want to display report, you can use that as well. And the data is stored in the form of tables. So it is like how we usually store data in SQL Server or Oracle, any database. So that's how it will store. And there are various standard tables are there which we can use for our purpose, like building apps or creating report for that. But apart from that, also for your business requirements, it also allows us to create custom tables. So according to our requirement, we can create the tables and we can use those things in the apps, in the reporting everywhere. Now, tables are nothing like collection of rows, like in the SQL server, if you have knowledge on that. And also each row will have columns. Each row will be consist of columns. Like for example, let's say you want to store a specific product, then your product name, description, ID, price, these are columns, and your multiple products are rows, which will ultimately create the table. Now we will discuss more when we will create apps using Dataverse, all these things, but this is just an high level. I just want to give an idea what is this Dataverse. And the next one is the Power BI. This is the business intelligence tool where we can connect with various data sources, and then we can create reports, we can create dashboards, and then we can analyze our data. Remember, data is very important, and this is the tool where we can see visually data rather than raw data. We will see visually the data over here. Now, so you have a lot of data, you can create reports from that. You can have summary report. For example, as I said, let's say you have a sales report. There are 5 executives who are working on sales team. So you want to individually see their their performance on weekly wise, month wise. In your entire organization, you want to see what is your quarterly sales, what is your weekly sales, even what is your monthly sales. All these things we will be able to see by using this Power BI. Also, Microsoft allows us that we can embed this Power BI reports into SharePoint Online or into Teams. Nowadays Teams are running very much, and also we can embed into a public website if you want. Of course you need to configure something, but you can do that. So there are a lot of virtualizations are there, visualizations are there, like your donut chart, pie chart, funnel chart, waterfall chart. Lot of charts are there. There is a Power BI module. You can go through that. You will be able to get to know how it is exactly. So a lot of organizations nowadays are using Power BI to analyze their sales data, marketing data, IT related data, finance data, everything they want to see or they want to visualize it. So there are also, you can drill down the data, you can use filters, slicers, so that your data analysis can be better. And if you want to see, here is an example how we can create a sales analysis dashboard. In this case, you can see, you'll be able to see the discount, the profit, the sales, the count of the items, and then what is the total cost. And you can see here by customer segment, or here you can see by product category. And in this case, you can see here by product name and city. There are different visualizations that we have created or we have used here to make this dashboard. Now that is what is our Power BI will be helpful. Now Power Apps. Now Power Apps is the low code tool, and this is one of the best in Power Automate, because previously when we don't have this Power Apps to create a form to collect the information from users, you require a lot of effort from your development team, because you require mostly technical knowledge for that. In this case, Power Apps, you don't need any technical knowledge. This is a low code tool with very minimal code. With no code, you will be able to create your apps which can be used immediately by your users. So without any knowledge, any technical knowledge, you will be able to create apps, and your developers or your business users can use it. Now, not only this, you can able to connect with SharePoint Online services, also on-premises services. Again, in this case also, you will be able to connect with more than 300 apps and services like SharePoint, Excel, SQL Server, Facebook, Dynamics 365, Jira. All these apps will be able to connect it from Power Apps as well. So Power Apps is not specific to SharePoint, or it's not just for Microsoft technologies. And you can develop apps for your desktop application, or for your tablet users or your mobile users. So you will have that option while creating the apps. It will ask you for what is your target for this, whether it's a tablet or whether it is a mobile. So tablet interface can be used in the desktop as well. In Power Apps, basically you can create two kind of apps. One is Canvas app, where the UI will be there. From there you will start it, and the other one is a model driven app, where you will start from a business data. That time your Dataverse will come, because that time you will take the tables and we will use it. And any organization, if your organization is using SharePoint Online, then well and good, because InfoPath is not there. So we can use Power Apps to customize our SharePoint list form. So this is another advantage, is that you will get it. Now here is a Power Apps form. You can see here we developed a form using Power Apps. This is a self-declaration form for some COVID checks nowadays. So you can see, you will choose the department, date, your location, employee name, and then temperature check, what is the temperature reading, and then you are asking a couple of questions on that. So that's how it is. This is just a sample that how we can create it. Next one is the Power Automate. Now understand this, Power Automate will make your repetitive task to automate, will put in the automation mode. For example, let's say there is a laptop request, so a lot of people will come and request for laptop in your organization. So in this case, what will happen is, might be you require approval from certain number of people, maybe from your project manager. If your project manager approved it, maybe it will go to your finance people. If your finance people approve it, maybe it will go to your IT team, so that they will collect the laptop and then they will hand over to you. So all these scenarios, there will be notifications. That means email should go to the particular person, so that they can take action on that. Now this kind of things we can easily automate by using Power Automate, or previously this was one known as Microsoft Flow. So in this case, what will happen is, you don't need to do a manual or reminder kind of things to people. You don't need to follow up with people. People will get notification automatically, and then they will take the action. So you can save a lot of time basically, and also effort. No manual user interaction will be there. All things will be automated. And not only, again here also, not only with Microsoft services, you will be able to connect with other services. There are applications we can use. For example, let's say Twitter. For example, we want to take or our service, or our maybe we'll tell that if you have any problem, then you can just put hashtag SharePoint training problem, and then we will take that. So that means whenever someone will put in Twitter in the particular hashtag, then we will capture it, and then we will be able to basically we will take it and we'll put in SharePoint Online. Maybe we'll send notifications, and based on that we'll take action. So not only with SharePoint application or SharePoint or Microsoft services, you will be able to communicate with Google Sheet, Excel, Online, Gmail, Twitter, Jira, MailChimp, LinkedIn. All these services are there. There are more than 300 connectors are there which you can use. When you will read about Power Automate, you will also see a lot of examples on that, how we are using various templates on that. So there are ready to use templates are available which you can use. Absolutely, you don't need to really do anything, not a single change. You can use as it is. There are so improved templates are there which you can use it. But of course, you can always Microsoft provide the option where you can always edit your flow, or then you can use it. You can change it. A little bit of knowledge, technical knowledge will definitely helpful for achieving complex solutions. Now there are document approval processes, you can make it automate. There are maybe a leave request, you can make it automate. There might be a product approval, you can make it automate. So those things we can do by using Power Automate. So this is another important component of Power Platform. You can see here there is a leave request approval workflow is there, or a flow is there. And in this case, if you'll see here, I have not done any modification on this. I simply use a template, and then it will be working as it is. So it will be fun when you will read about Power Automate. You will see a lot of cool stuff on this. The last one is the Power Virtual Agents. Now what is this? This is another very useful things. There will be call centers when you are doing business, because you want to engage with your customers. Let's say your customers will have some questions, then you want to engage with these people, and here your chatbots will come. There are they will interact with your customers for for kind of simple questions or any kind of common issues that they will be able to resolve it. So these are going to be AI powered chatbots. So it will handle all your common questions or answers, and it will answer to your customer questions. So they will handle this way. And there are also hundreds of pre-built connectors that we can use it to create a chatbot. Now let us understand as an organization point of view how we can how all these things will fit in our organization. Now let's see, I have a training course or SharePoint training business. Now for this, what I require, someone is coming to my website, I will give them a form. So maybe I'll create an app for that. So I will basically ask them what is your name, what is your email address, what is your phone number, and what is the training that you want you are looking for. And maybe if you are interested for online training or offline training or a training course. So these things we can easily make the app by using Power Apps. I don't need to go to my IT team. I don't need to even depend on any third-party vendor. So easily I'll be able to create these things by using Power Apps. So here Power Apps I'll use. First thing is to get or capture data. Then Power Automate. Now let's say someone posted all these things. Now we should be able to send them the URL. Let's say someone will say I'm interested for SharePoint development training course. Maybe we will want to send them a URL where the entire training course will be there, module wise. What are the contents that are available with the price. Maybe there will be a link where they will enroll for the SharePoint training course. Everything will be there. So this notification that we can send it by using your Power Automate. Maybe let's say I am a SharePoint developer trainer, so maybe someone will be expertise in Nintex. So if someone selected that I am interested for Nintex, then might be we want to send a notification to the Nintex trainer. So if someone is interested for Power Platform, then it should be redirected to me, or I should get a notification on that. So those kind of things we will be able to easily achieve by using Power Automate. And then Power BI. Now I want to see in this month how many course I have done, how many course sale I have done, how many people has been registered for SharePoint online development, how many for Power Platform, how many from SPFx, how many for SharePoint site owner training. All these things I can check, and we can use Power BI for that. Imagine this is for just for my training course. Imagine you have a very big training company where you have lot of technology that you are providing training services. Then Power BI will be helpful you to understand what is the trend for that, what exactly the training that people are looking out for. So those things we can do by using Power BI easily. And then Power Virtual Agent. Now someone is coming to my let's say my SharePoint training page. They might want to ask, okay, this is a online training or offline training. Is this a training course, or what is the duration of training course, where I can see the course content. So all these things you don't need to really be online, or you don't need to set up a call center for that. You can use a Power Virtual Agent, and we'll create a AI powered chatbot which can answer these questions. And if there is some question which we require to send them email, then we'll be able to we can do that. So but your virtual agent or your chatbot can handle a lot of things on this on your business. Now this is how we saw an example, and this is how your organization, you can convince your organization even to implement Power Platform, so that you can use all these apps or services and take advantages of that. Now couple of advantages I want to highlight here just to summarize it. There is no code or very less code that you can use on any of the tools, whether it is Power BI apps or Power Automate or Power Virtual Agent. And this is for non-technical users. The target audience for this are non-technical users. But if you are a developer, of course there is a scope for that. There are a lot of complex scenarios where we require a little bit of code on that. Sometimes we require a little more code on that, and that time your technical expertise will help you. Now next, you will be able to not bound to any SharePoint or Microsoft product or services. It supports various third-party products and services or apps and services which you can connect in any of the tools. And of course, there are in less time you will be able to create a report. You will be able to create an app. So of course you can save time, and which ultimately save the cost, because previously to create an app you have to search for a vendors, or maybe you will communicate with your IT team. They will take the proper timing, everything, and then it will take a lot of time for developing the app and to use it. But in this case, easily you can use it. And these products are for from small to large organization, enterprises, anywhere, regardless of the size of your organization or your company, you can implement Microsoft Power Platform. Now regarding the license, we will cover in detail on Power Apps and in Power BI on Power Automate, because the licensing is not there is not a single license for the complete Power Platform. So there are license for Power Apps and Power Automate, and then there is license for Power BI, and also there is license for your Power Virtual Agent as well. Sometimes people ask me whether you will get in these things in whether you will get Power Platform in your Office 365 license or not. Let me open my SharePoint admin center and then I will show you one thing here. Now if I'll open it, let me just go here. If you'll see here, now this is my Microsoft 365 admin center, and this is an enterprise E3 license. So sorry, E5 license. So you can see here, this is a E5 license. And if I will go here to all apps, then I'll click on explore all apps. Then here you can see this is all my apps are there. For example, you can see Power Automate, Power Apps, Power BI. I can access everything. But again, Power BI has the free features only. I can use it. The licensing is quite complicated here. So if you'll see here, this is the Power Platform license, and you can see Power BI has different license, and then Power Virtual Agent has different license, and Power Automate and Power Apps, they have also different licenses on this. If you'll see here, you can download a document and you can see this as well. So there are plans are available. I'll go through this when we will discuss about Power Apps. But you can see here, now this is Power Virtual Agent pricing. So per month there will be 2,000 sessions, and then this is what this is on session add-on, so you'll get it. So 450 per month for 1,000 sessions. So it is different. Same with Power BI also. You can see Pro and Premium are there. So per user per month, this is again you can see per user and then per capacity. So this is a different kind of license. I've already explained this on Power BI as well. But overall, the Power Platform license is not a single license. It is different for everyone. Ideally, I should be able to see the Power Virtual Agent as well, but I cannot see this. If I'll open for Office 365, compare the products, then I'll be able to see that they are saying you should be able to access Power Virtual Agent. So if I will look at here, now you can see here, this is the Office 365 E3, E5, and here it is. So if you'll see here, now look at this, they are saying Power Virtual Agent should be available on E5 plan. I don't know, for some reason I cannot see it. I'll have to check it, but if you have that one, so you can access it. That is one way, that if you have an Office 365 Enterprise E3 or E5 license, then you will be able to see these products and you can use it. The other way is in the next session or next video, I'll explain how we can sign up for a free Power Apps environment where you can use Power Automate as well, and then you'll be able to see the DATAVERSE, everything you will see it, but that is for developer purpose only. So that we'll discuss. So before that, let me just add one more thing. According to Microsoft, there are more than 500% of return of investment they're getting, organizations are getting, if they are using Power Platform. So understand how rapidly people are moving over Microsoft Power Platform and how much advantages that they are getting by implementing this. So in the next video, we will discuss about Power Apps.